Two, you're on.
Good evening. Welcome to Star Talk. I'm Ken Eccles, and we're happy to have you with us on the program tonight. I wasn't here last night, and I apologize for that. I had a migraine. Those of you who have migraines understand why I wasn't here, and I'm sorry about that, but there it is. But it went away, and I'm here tonight. The phone line is open at the number up there. You can email us at keneckleslive at gmail.com. That's the email address. So you can give us a call or send us an email, whichever one works best for you. We'd love to hear from you either way. Um, the standings, our points standings. Whoops, dropped my pen. I have to pick that up. Sorry, had to go to the basement and pick that pen up. We'll get to the point standings in a second. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How you doing, kid? You got over that migraine?
Yes, I did. It's gone. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad it is. I know they're bad. My wife has them things.
Yeah, they're
She
pretty bad.
just
I'm
she
sorry.
stands over
Sorry to
top.
hear that.
Yeah, she has them too, pretty bad. She'll stand over top of a burner with her forehead, letting the heat hit it.
Hmm. Wow. Well,
Yeah,
I
she does that.
I
She does
feel
that when she has.
I feel for her. I really do.
Yeah, I don't have them, but I'll tell you one thing. I've seen her crying where her head hurt.
Well,
I just
it's
well,
bad, and it's worse for some people than others. I don't have the very worst case of it, but
yeah.
I have enough that I can't sit here in front of these lights and do TV.
Well, well, I don't blame you a bit. Well, look, what place am I in now? You know who
You're
this is, don't you?
Yeah, early bird. You're in second place. Let's
Am
see,
I in second?
liberal. The liberal is still on top with 148 points, and you're second with 135 points.
Uh-huh. Well, what they racing Las Vegas now?
Las Vegas is next.
Yeah, Las Vegas. Mm.
You want to think about that before you make your pick?
Yeah, you gonna be on? You gonna be? I can't call back later, can I? Or can I? Can't call back? You gonna be on tomorrow? You think?
I'll be. If you just want to call, if you want to call back just to give me your pick,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
can do that. That'll be all right. You can do that.
Okay, Ken. I'll let you go. Let somebody else call in.
Well,
Thank you a lot. I'm
thanks
glad
for
you're feeling
calling.
better.
Good to hear from you. Thank you. My migraine's gone. I may have to sneeze. I don't know. I mean, one of those places where you think you might have to sneeze, and you might not have to sneeze, but I'm ready just in case. Phone line is open. The email address is keneckleslive at gmail.com. As mentioned, the Liberal is still in first place in our standings after yesterday's race. Well, not yesterday's race, Sunday's race. Hey, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, it's Mark Maridan.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing fine now, thank you.
That's good. Go ahead and put me down for Denny Hamlin for the next race. Well,
Uh,
number he is.
all right, in Las Vegas. Let me turn over to the next page of the great book. And Mark has the 11 for Vegas. It's in
Yeah.
the book.
I left you a message and I told Charles, have you got your notebook ready?
Have I got my notebook ready? Yeah, right here.
Yeah. Yeah. This Saturday on the 15th, the Maydan Boy Scouts are doing a stew, and it's $9 a quart, and the number is 336 949 4248.
4248. $9 this Saturday the 15th, Mavedan Boy Scouts. All right, we got it.
Yes, 3336-949-4248. Yeah.
4248. All right. I'll make sure and remind people of that.
Yeah, remind them tomorrow, whatever, because
Oh.
it's this Saturday, or whatever.
I will
And,
remind them tomorrow.
And you pick it up on the Boy Scout Hut, 4th Avenue in Medan.
All right. Boy Scout Hut, 4th Avenue in Mayodan. Okay, Mark.
Yeah.
I hope they sell a bunch of stew.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, Mark. Good to hear from you. That's Mayodan Boy Scouts. That's on Saturday the 15th. And it's $9 a quart. And the number is 336-949-4248. And Mark has Denny Hamlin for Las Vegas. First one in the book for Vegas. By the way, this is the only 3 pages left in volume 1 of the great book. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Ken. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty well, Leon. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I just want to call in and tell you I'm going to take it number 8 this week at Las Vegas.
Okay, Leon, you got Kyle Busch at Las Vegas. Might be time for him to win.
Well, I'm having bad luck every race this year, so maybe I'll pick him and have some good luck this week.
Well, it's still early, Leon. There's plenty of time for some good luck to come along. Maybe it'll be this week.
All right, let's hope so, Ken, and thank you again.
Well, thank you, Leon. Good to hear from you. All right, that's Leon with the number 8. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Ken.
Good evening.
Where did my guy finish?
I don't remember who your guy was.
The 5.
Oh, the 5. He did pretty well. He finished 3rd, got you 38 points, which puts you, where does that put you? Puts you in 7th place.
Okay. I'm going with the guy, the driver who got the, Jesus has got us. He's got us. I think that's the 54 or 45.
Well, Reddick is 45.
Okay.
Is that who you want?
Well, give me the Monster Energy drink car.
I don't know which one that is.
I forgot. But
I'll look it up. You want the Monster car?
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to tear through to the rest of the field, so they better watch out.
All right. Well, if he has Monster Energy, I'm sure he will.
Yep. Oh, and tell my buddy who I was supposed to meet Monday, give him my telephone number, please.
Do I know? Oh, hang on. Your number end in 17?
Yeah. Yeah. Give him this number right here, and he can call me. I want to talk to him.
Okay. Wait a minute. How come you have a? Oh, now your number's gone. What's your area code?
434. Oh,
right.
I don't mind if somebody. Hey, I'll give him a number. I don't mind. It ain't going to hurt me.
Oh,
434.
Okay. 434.
713. Yeah, 713.
434 713
3907.
3907. Okay. Now he has your number.
Well, that's the business line.
Now he has your business line. Well, now you need to tell. Hold on, though. Don't you think we should tell him that your business line is tapped by the feds?
No, they're not. Hey, I fixed that.
Yeah, but then they probably fixed it back.
Oh, they didn't fix it back. I got an inside person.
All right. Well, if he wants to risk calling that number, then that's up to him.
Yeah, but most likely, I want to say hello to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. To the gentleman who keeps winning, every week.
Uh-huh.
My driver's coming for your driver, dog. Ruff,
Yeah,
ruff.
well, Christopher Bell has won, 3 in a row. So we'll see.
Yeah. I'm talking about the gentleman who been picking them good here lately.
Well, the Liberal's been picking him pretty good. He's on top.
Well, most likely my driver's coming for him. He's gonna ruin his record, sir.
Okay, well, we'll be looking for that.
Bye, sir.
Goodbye. Thanks for calling. You can give us a call now. That phone line is open at that number. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. And hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Ken.
Hey,
Taking my call.
sure.
I want to. This is
Nice
nice
guy.
guy.
Yep.
Yeah. What place am I in on this?
Well, let me take a look back here. Nice guy. You're doing pretty well. You're in 4th place.
Okay. I'd like to take Elliot again this week.
All right. Nice. Now, you didn't have him last week, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I take him every other week.
All right. Nice guy has Chase Elliott for Las Vegas. It's in the book.
Couple of suggestions.
Yes.
One, if somebody doesn't call in for a week, instead of missing a week, just go back 2 weeks and use that path.
That's a good idea. That's a real good idea. So I'll do that.
That way you got the full group every week.
Yeah, so whatever it is, it's better than missing the week entirely.
Okay. Second thing, when I had a bunch of headaches, I found out I was taking Nexiums,
Uh-huh.
2 a day.
Yeah.
And the side effects of Nexiums is headaches.
Really?
And I don't know whether you're taking Nexiums or not, but when I quit taking the Nexiums, I quit getting headaches.
Well, I don't take Nexium, and I've had the migraine since I was like 15 years old. So
Okay.
it's not something I've been doing lately that causes it. It's just,
Okay.
just every now and then I have one.
That's just my experience.
Well, I appreciate that. That's good to know.
Well, it probably won't work for you because you're not taking them. But anyway, look, I appreciate you taking my call, and I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks a lot. Good to hear from you. So Nice Guy has the number 9 for Vegas. That's a good idea about, if I was a smarter man, I would have thought of that myself. If somebody doesn't get a pick in for some reason, just go back 2 weeks and give them that car. And in any case, that's going to get more points than if they don't have a car at all. So we will go ahead and institute that policy. In fact, consider it instituted. This emailer says, Donkeycrats left nut job lunatics are, and he has a list of things here. Donkeycrats left nut job lunatics are lost in wilderness, hate Trump more than love USA, brain dead, no common sense, no leader, no message, no policy, no strategy, incompetent, full of hate and vile contempt, Elon and Trump derangement syndrome, childish, clueless of touch, liars, sour pussies, dogs with bones in their mouths, especially spewing lies that Republicans have told umpteen times they are not doing, and tax cuts for the rich. They can move heaven and earth, attempting to find carrots to get some of the 77 million Trump voters to vote for them. They are tires in mud spinning. They have nothing 77 million voters want. Okay. Thank you, emailer. Who keeps making these noises? Phone line is open. You can give us a call there. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. This one here says, Ken, I believe you said last week that, we'll get back to this in a second. Hi, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, please. Hello? Wait, caller. Okay, caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Well, you know, I see we finally found a cure for measles. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I don't know. What are we talking about?
I heard Mr. Kennedy said that, you know, if you give your kids cod liver oil and vitamin A, you know, you don't have to worry about measles.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about the cod liver oil, but I wouldn't count on that though.
Yeah. You think that'll work as good as the stuff that Trump wanted people to put in their veins for COVID? You think that'd probably be about as good?
Well, you know, yeah, maybe. Anyway, out and said that people ought to give their kids the measles vaccine. So now he's supporting the measles vaccine.
Well, that's a good thing. He should have been saying that all along, I think, you know, but I guess there's always room for miracles to happen sometime.
Well, you never know, but that is what he said. He now recommends the measles vaccine. And, you know, some people have gotten mad at him for that. Some of the folks who don't like vaccines have gone online and are now criticizing him for recommending the measles vaccine.
Yeah, well, I'm sure, you know, that's the way the MAGA crowd is. It is what it is. But have you bought any stock from Elon Musk lately for his cars, trucks?
No, I don't. I don't buy a lot of individual stocks these days. But if you know, you're supposed to sell high and buy low. So low might be the time to buy Tesla stock because it's pretty low.
Yeah, it is. I've heard it's up like 45-50% here in the last 6 months. So, you know, I saw Musk had the White House drive up there full of Teslas today. I mean, it looked like a used car lot. I mean, how can you do that? I mean, what if Ford, GM, and Chrysler wanted to pull their stuff up the driveway? You think that would ever happen?
I don't know. In fact, I've missed that. The White House was surrounded with Teslas. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Trump's supposed to buy one of those Cybertrucks from Musk, and
Oh,
you know, I don't even know if Trump could get in it or out of it, but it is what it is. But somebody asked Pasco, one of the news media persons today, said, "What's the last time Trump has even driven a vehicle?" And she had no idea. So I'd like to see him riding around in one of those things.
well, I don't know. I don't know what even to say about that. Doesn't he drive a golf cart?
Yeah, he does that. But, you know, it's a far cry from one of those Cybertrucks.
Well, I'm not really in the market. What is a Cybertruck? $110,000, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not really in the market for that. But you know, those who are, then go ahead, enjoy. But
Yeah,
I don't think I'll be buying one.
Oh, me neither, Ken. No way. I saw where Trump was supposed to buy $400 million worth of those Cybertrucks for the military, and then the word got out and he canceled that. But don't worry, it'll be back sooner or later.
Okay. I didn't know about that either. I wonder would they really apply themselves in the military?
Yeah, I can't see it happening, but you know how Musk is.
Now, which
right,
one is it? Which Tesla is it that is being recalled because the steering fails. That's not the Cybertruck, is it?
I'm not sure, Ken, but I know they've had a bunch of recalls on them. And
Well-
speaking of recalls, I heard over the weekend that Ford are recalling the 2021, 2022, and 2023 F-150 Ford trucks because they have electronic emergency brakes,
Mm-hmm.
and just riding down the highway, they'll automatically engage. And the problem was the
man.
wiring that goes to it. They manufactured it with the wiring being a little bit short, and somehow the wiring hits the axle and shorts it out and automatically turns the emergency brakes on. So anybody's got a 2021, 22, 23 Ford F-150, take it to your Ford dealer and get it repaired.
Yeah, you need to take that in tomorrow because that's an extremely dangerous situation.
It certainly is. Ken, I want to pick the number 8 this coming week.
Okay, Mr. Pelham has Kyle Busch. You know, we keep seeing him. Keep seeing him in the picture at the finish line. he's not in the front yet, but he's frequently close enough that he's in the picture at the finish line. He's going to make it one of these days.
I hope so. My man Reddick, he was doing good this last race and got a speeding ticket, and that kind of took him out of contention for the rest of the race. But if I pick Kyle Busch, trust me, he won't be nowhere near the front on the end, but I hope he does.
Well, it's you and Leon. You and Leon have Kyle Busch, and both of you are knowledgeable men, so maybe this will be the week.
Watch out, Ken. The lightning's going to strike you now. All right, well, have a good night, and thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for calling. Phone line is open at the number, and you can send us an email at keneckleslive@gmail.com. This email says, Ken, when you get a migraine, do you get the blurry vision or do you get the sparkly vision? I get the sparkly vision. Lights, many lights flashing, is what I get with my migraines. I've never gotten the blurry vision. Some people get the blurry. I get the sparkly. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening to you, Ken.
Good evening.
I was watching the U.S. House of Representatives taking their votes this evening,
Mm-hmm.
and when they, were taking their votes, they cut away to a press conference
Okay.
on the White House lawn,
All right.
where the president was standing there with Musk and with a brand new Tesla, and he was saying loud and clear that he is buying that Tesla. He can't drive it. He hasn't driven for some time, and he acknowledged he hadn't driven for some time. But he's going to buy that Tesla so people around the White House, the staff and such, can use it when they're going out and so forth and so on.
Okay. Well, I guess there needs to be a staff vehicle at the White House. So why not a Cybertruck?
There are so many things that are wrong when you look at that picture that you don't know where to begin. But that is what I saw on the United States Representatives station this afternoon. It wasn't some opinion station or something else. This was the C-SPAN U.S. Representatives.
So C-SPAN, they broke away from a vote. Weren't they voting on the spending bill?
Well, they were in between that one and another vote that was delaying the spending bill.
Okay.
And they were they had gone through and what an embarrassment. I was watching that today, and the gentleman who is speaking from the podium, calling for the vote or what have you, he says, he put this thing out, the bill out for a vote to ayes and nays.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point in time, he said, those who are in favor of a new vote, stand up. So, and then he said, without ever looking up, the majority of the people are standing up, so we'll have a call vote. And I thought, you never even looked up. How do you know how much? And when you look around the room, half the room's standing up, half the room's sitting down the whole time anyway. And I'm just sitting there going, what a joke. What an absolute insult joke this is to watch this go on.
Well, that kind of thing happens a lot in our great Congress. So yeah, it is kind of silly to watch, but I've seen it before. Now that was just a procedure. That was a procedural matter, right?
Yeah, whether they were that way, it was a step to taking the actual vote.
Yeah, they're voting on whether to vote or not.
Right. Exactly.
Well, anyway, did they ever pass the bill? Do you know?
They did. They did by a slim majority. The government will not shut down Friday. It will continue now till September.
Okay. Well, then that's one thing we don't have to worry about for another 5 months.
But to come back to the whole Tesla thing, can anybody other than me see conflict of interest written all over this stuff?
I hope other people than you can see it because it's fairly obvious.
You can't make it any more obvious. All right, Ken. Well, that's the story on the Tesla and the sale of a Tesla today to the chief executive officer for the White House staff to use since he can't drive it.
Did he do we know, did he finance that or did he pay cash? Did they say?
I don't think his credit rating would be all that good considering all his defaults and bankruptcies.
Well, he has the cash, so that wouldn't be a problem.
That's subject to debate also.
Well, I think Elon Musk probably would insist that he have the cash. I don't think Musk is going to give somebody a truck.
On the subject of Cybertrucks, a month or so back, I was wandering around looking for a used vehicle. Not that I need one, but just looking for used vehicles. And there was a dealership down, I believe, Reedsville, that had a used Tesla truck.
Mm-hmm.
It was low mileage, but they were still asking $94,000 for it.
Wow. Wow. Well, they're not cheap.
No, it was used. And I went, yeah, okay, never mind. But anyway, that's the story on the Teslas today.
Did you check the Carfax?
No, the last vehicle on the planet I want is a Tesla truck.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you can find yourself a nice Hummer.
No. No. Again, I prefer the sleeper variety. I'd rather be here and gone and you never knew I was there.
All right. Well, then you probably don't want a Hummer.
No, indeed. But anyway, Ken, have a good evening to you. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thanks. Thanks for calling. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Ken, this is Jerry on 3rd Avenue.
Yes,
I'd just like to say 3 times someone tried to kill Trump. And if someone does kill him, I wouldn't care or shed one tear over the man.
All right. Okay, Jerry, I'm sorry. We don't want to talk about... We really don't want to talk about people being killed. And I appreciate your call, Jerry, but let's not talk in that direction. I'd rather not. Phone line is open at the number. You can give us a call. You can also email us at kennickleslive@gmail.com. And we have another email over here, which says, Ken, Pretty Man told me, oh, this is somebody who knows Pretty Man. Ken, Pretty Man told me that he's top 5 in the NASCAR contest. I don't believe it. Is he telling me the truth? Is Pretty Man in the top 5? Let's look at the standings. And when we look at the standings, we find No, Pretty Man is not in the top 5. Pretty Man is doing okay. He's doing way better than he's done before. And certainly he's doing way better than anybody who knows him would ever expect him to do. Pretty Man is number 8. Pretty Man is in 8th place with 112 points. But no, not in the top 5. I don't think in this universe we would ever see Pretty Man in the top 5. It just does not. Wow, I don't know. It just does not compute, as the robot used to say on Lost in Space. Oh, here's pictures of Mr. Draper's boat with the mermaid candy decal on the rudder. I wish I could show you this. I cannot. Oh, that looks really, really good. Really, really good. And summer's coming. In fact, it almost felt like summer is here today. We're getting close to the time where we can hope, and I know we all do, hope to see this boat on the river with its mermaid candy rudder decor and everything else. Well, thanks for sending that. That looks really, really nice. That boat's going to look mighty good when it's done. Mighty good. Emailer here says, this is Citizen D. Please read us the standings and put me down for the 24 in the great book. Hopefully, Trump will send us all a Tesla with the money Doge is saving the USA, money Doge is saving the USA instead of a dividend check. I would gladly drive a free Tesla, and that will help the price of gas fall. Anyway, glad to hear Briscoe has phone service again, and glad you're feeling better tonight, Ken. Well, thank you. Thank you, Citizen D. I appreciate that. We will first, before I forget to do it, write down the 24 for Citizen D at Vegas. And I'll read you the standing. I will mail out the standings. I'll try to get that done this evening. Yes, I was not much fit to do anything yesterday, which my wife says I'm never much fit to do anything. But yesterday she was right. So I didn't get them emailed out yet. But I'll give you the standings, along with a great rustling and rattling of paper, which almost always precedes the standings when we read them. Liberal, number 1, Liberal, 148 points. Number 2, Early Bird, 135. Lady in Black, 3rd at 134. Nice Guy and Chat GPT. Here's Chat GPT again. Nice Guy and Chat GPT are tied for 4th with 133. Citizen D, number 6, 118. Charles is number 7, 113. Pretty Man is number 8 with 112. Then Mr. Leaksville with 99 points and Mr. NASCAR with 97. That's the top 10. Then starting at number 11, Captain Midnight with 95. Mark from Mayodan with 89. Jack, 83. 14th is Mr. Pelham with 80. Mr. Draper, 15th with 75. Tar Heel in Mayodan is 16th with 72 points. And Leon's at the back of the field right now, but I have a feeling Leon is about to rally. But right now he's in 17th place with 68 points. And for those of you who wonder, and people do wonder for whatever reason, where would I be if I was an official contestant playing the game, trying to win the prizes? Where would I be? I would be right now, I'd be number 13. Same place I would have been last week. I would be number 13. So you wouldn't have to have any fear of me taking prizes away from anybody. That simply would not be an issue. Ken, tell me again about that stew. I hate to miss a stew. What was that stew that Mark called about when he called about the stew? Let's get the word stew in here as many times as we can. The stew is this Friday, the 15th. No, this Saturday, the 15th. Saturday, the 15th. It's being prepared by the Mayodan Boy Scouts. It is $9 a quart. And if you want to order a stew this Saturday from the Mayo Boy Scouts, call 336-949-4248. Hello, caller. You are on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Ken. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
All right. Glad you're feeling better.
Thanks.
Look, I think that I'm going to try number 24 this week.
Okay. Liberal has William Byron, the 24. You're in first place, you know.
Yeah, but look, don't jinx me. Let's don't talk about it.
All right. Well, I won't say another word.
Hey, you notice I haven't messed with Carl Lawson this year, don't you?
I do. I noticed that. Not.
All right.
I'm surprised you didn't have him the other week when his wheel fell off. But you missed out on that one.
Yeah. Well, look, Ken. One thing I like to say. Now, Elon Musk said the biggest waste was in Social Security and Medicare.
Yeah.
He said immigrants was coming in and collecting entitlements and said that, that's the Democrats were encouraging them and all, so they would vote Democrats. Now, we know that what age you have to be to collect Social Security?
62.
Okay, then. And most of the people we see crossing that border, coming through that river and everything and making that long walk and all, they nowhere near the 60s, are they?
Probably not. Not very many of them.
Okay. But now, we have heard them say time after time that they was not messing with Social Security.
Right.
The president must continue to say that, but the president said they're not touching that. Now, I know he's broken several promises before, but they say now to reach their goal, they couldn't do it, which you said a couple of weeks ago. To reach their goal, they couldn't do it without cutting Social Security and Medicaid, right?
Well, in case anybody missed this and you're wondering what's being talked about here, Elon Musk said, I think he said it over the weekend, or maybe it was late last week, that he intends to cut $500 billion from Social Security. $500 billion he plans to get out of Social Security. So that's what he said. How that's going to work out, how you would get $500 billion out of Social Security, and what you would have to do it, I don't know. It would be a heavy lift, to say the least, but that is what he said.
Yeah, that is what I saw. And another thing, today was the first time I've seen a president do a auto commercial on the White House lawn. Now, I watched the president saying that his intention on buying Tesla and encouraging people and everything. And look, the stock for Tesla has dropped 40%.
Yeah.
Now, I said 40%. And a man whose Starship, that's Musk Starship business, had lost its value of 40%, is the same man that's over the financing of our country. Now, to me, that's not smart. And people losing their job and the president doing a Tesla commercial. And so that's what I saw today. And they can call Democrats, liberals, all the names, go down the list of names, but they should be focusing on our Social Security and income and grocery prices, because it's not the lunatics that's not working on that. And
Well,
I thank you for your time, Ken.
Thanks,
And
Colin.
wish me luck if I don't talk to you tomorrow night.
Well, now I'm not supposed to wish anybody luck. I'm impartial.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot what happened too. Don't wish me luck, Ken, 'cause,
Okay.
I forgot what happened. Okay, good night.
Thanks for calling. You probably don't want my good luck anyway. Liberal has the 24 for Vegas. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken.
Hey.
Didn't the Liberal pick Larson last week?
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have all this
That's why he's
committed to memory.
That's why he's picking Byron this week, and this week I'm picking Larson.
All right. Now you're just trying to confuse me now.
Well, no, not really.
Okay. Yeah, he did. He did.
I had Byron.
Okay. Hang on. Hang on. Let me write this down to make sure I get it right. You are taking Byron. No?
No, I'm taking Larson.
See, that's why I need to write it down. Okay.
Right.
You
Yeah,
have Larson for Las Vegas. It's in the book.
You know, like the Liberal felt last time, I had Larson when his wheel run off. They were working on the left rear heavily, and then when he goes out, the right front falls off.
I know it. That was crazy.
I'm telling you, the other two teams, Bowman and Byron, they don't have them kind of goofy problems.
No, it's like how many is that? Correct me. Just correct me. Isn't that the third time since the start of last season that he's had a wheel fall off? Isn't that right?
I try not to keep up with that crazy, goofy stuff that happens. When I see it happen, I go, golly.
I believe that's 3 times. I know it's 2, and I think it's 3.
I think you're right. I think it's 3.
All right.
I think it's 3. But one thing also, the Liberals talking about Social Security and all. Musk may find $500 billion in waste out of Social Security. We'll just have to see. And but what the main thing is they're talking about is these 13, 15 million illegals that are here and all sucking off Medicaid, living off Medicaid and checks they've been given in order to survive, and the free phones and all of that. And that's what Musk is talking about as far as Medicaid. Anybody that's legally getting Medicaid, they don't have nothing to worry about. Nothing at all.
Well,
but if they're illegal here or doing something illegal by getting Medicaid, then they're going to be found out.
Well, they of course are not eligible, as you know, they're not eligible for Social Security. They
Exactly.
they're eligible for Medicaid under some certain circumstances. They're eligible for Medicaid. Some of them are, and some of them are not. But I mean, I don't have any idea how much money they're collecting through Medicaid. I hope somebody knows and does the right thing, but I don't know.
Well, Musk is going to find out.
Well, then more power to him if he can figure
You
that
know,
out.
You know, before people, all they had to worry about was TDS. Now they got to worry about MDS. Gosh, I'm telling you.
I'm trying to catch. Oh, Musk derangement syndrome. I got it.
Yes.
I got it. It took me a second.
Yes. Trump derangement syndrome and Musk derangement syndrome now.
Well, how about that mermaid candy? That looks really good.
You like it? I trimmed all the background off of it and just left the lighthouse and the mermaid on there and got all of that black background out and all the bottom with the rocks and all were at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, that looks good.
It looks a lot better trimmed out, don't you think?
So when's that boat going on the river?
Well, it's a whole lot closer than it was.
Well, okay. We're all closer to everything than we used to be.
Yeah. You remember I blew up my prop, right?
I do, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, now that I've got it fixed back, I've got a wobble in it. And it's a vibration that the wobble sets up a vibration so much I can't give it any gas, or something's going to fly apart and go somewhere.
Can't run it with a vibration.
Yeah, well, I found the vibration today. I found out what it was, and it's nothing major. It's only where those blades were catching metal and cables and the rubber tarp. It bent 2 bolts. There's 4 bolts that hold each blade in, and there's 10 blades, and it bent 2 bolts. So it moved the blade when it bent those 2 bolts.
Huh.
So that's my wobble causing the vibration.
All right.
So all I got to do is get at least 2 new bolts, and that's all it is, and then put all 40 bolts back on and tighten them.
Okay. Well, we're hoping to see it. Hoping to see it on the river this year.
I'm getting close. We're getting real close. Getting anxious too.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. Hello?
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 Yes, you're on the air.
Okay, good. You ready?
Yes, go right ahead. Go ahead right now.
Well, when you get these people in here and pay them just like the previous caller said, you say they're not drawing Social Security, but they must be eating the money up, even with whatever comes out of the Treasury, whether it's Social Security or not. Still, it just don't make sense. Don't give them anything.
Well,
feed them and send them around back home.
Well, if they're in the country illegally, then that's under the law what is supposed to be done. It's not that easy to do, but I guess they're working on it.
Yeah, getting like I say, for Social Security, common sense people worked all their lives. Medicare, Medicaid, worked all their whole lifetime.
Sure.
The old cotton mill and Lane Company, and it's just hard-working people, and it would be a disservice to do that to them. I hope they'll worry about it. We'll pray for them. God bless you.
Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate it. And yes, there are people, as the gentleman points out, who rely on Social Security, and it would be a shame, and it would also be a political disaster to take benefits away from those folks. I really don't think that'll happen. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. Hello? Hello? Hello, caller. Caller, if you're listening to your television set, turn your TV down, because that's going to confuse you, and just talk to me on the phone, okay? All right. All right. I guess we're not going to work that one. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. Okay. Answered just in time to hear the caller hang up. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
That was my fault, kid. I didn't think you was going to answer because a couple times I called you and went to say it said leave a message.
Oh, that's because the line was busy. You got your pick now?
Yeah, go ahead and put me down for Joey Logano.
22. Early Bird has the 22 for Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's in the book.
Okay, kid. Thank you a whole lot. Talk to you later.
Thanks for calling. And yes, that was his second call. Somebody is going to point that out to me. But I told him if he wanted to call back just to give me his pick, that he was welcome to do that. We do have one person. We do have one person who is very, very picky about our enforcing the rules. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. Hello, caller.
Yes, Ken. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you feeling tonight?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm glad to hear you. See you feeling better.
Well, thanks.
Okay, yeah, Ken. I was hearing the liberal talk about the Social Security and what's his name? They was talking about Social Security and all that right there. You know, it's like I know about there's people coming over and using the Social Security. Like I said, they're not supposed to have it. I mean, I went brain dead here.
You mean
the
Medicaid?
Medicaid, and all that right there. So, here, you know, like I said, here I am now. Yeah, I worked 17 years at Dan River, and I worked 21 years at Intertech, and then I come out with COPD. You know, and for people like me, you know I can say I deserve, you know, to get my Social Security and not have it bothered with. But, you know, Ken, I watch these commercials on TV about the wounded warriors, you know, and they ask for money to help the wounded warriors. You know, the people, those warriors, the people that's been over there and they don't fit in Vietnam, they don't fit over there in Afghanistan and all of that. They should not want for anything. You know, those people should not want for anything.
No.
They should have almost so, because they, you know, it's sad to see that, you know, they done been bombed or whatever and then lost their limbs and all of this and that. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have to want for anything. And to hear, you know, and I heard, you know, I don't want to repeat this, to hear that when I heard Donald Trump say that the people that's been caught, been captured over there, but they're suckers and losers, you know. And like I said, people that worked all their lives, you know, they deserve to get their Social Security and Medicaid.
Well, they do. And let's, I don't want us to get ahead of ourselves here. No, you know, nobody is talking about taking away your Social Security benefits. What Musk said was he's going to get $500 billion. He's going to cut $500 billion out of it. Now, I don't know if he can do that. I mean, I don't know. I haven't gone to Social Security and looked at the books, but it seems to me, and I know, it seems to me that you can't take $500 billion out of it, which would be close to half the program, without affecting somebody's benefits. But I do believe, I do believe 100% that the president and the Congress are not going to allow anybody's Social Security benefits that they have earned to be messed around with, because it would be political suicide, and I just don't think that will happen.
Well, Ken, I appreciate what you just said, and I believe you. I believe exactly what you just said. I don't think they will either. But and like I said, and getting well, okay, I can leave that alone and not even worry about that no more because I don't believe they will either. But at the end of the day, so like I said, the wounded warrior right there. I used to go with this buddy of mine. We used to rabbit hunt together. We used to go down to the VA down in Durham there, and I've seen how he is. His mind is messed up. I got a couple of friends like that. They've been in Afghanistan like this, and they're not well, as far as the mindset, and they shouldn't have to want for anything.
Well, no,
and it's a lot of people.
they
There's a lot of people out here, Ken, that don't get their full benefits, and they won't even try to get it.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm running out of time here. But let's the last thing let's say is this: veterans deserve everything that they have earned, and veterans should not be shorted. There shouldn't be, and we shouldn't cut any corners or do anything to interfere with or short veterans the benefits that they earned. And I hope everybody agrees with that.
That's right. Ken, you left that on a good note tonight, and I appreciate you taking my call, and you have a blessing.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. That's all the time we have. We're on the air Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I hope you'll join us for our next show. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Eccles.